Good morning, it's Jonathan Barratt with the morning debrief for Tuesday, April the 6th. Gee, we're already biting into April. Okay, obviously we're just back from Easter break, and there's obviously been a bit of moving and shaking on the weekend, and some very strong moves, particularly in the crude oil sector and the gold sector. We're seeing some very strong moves. Also, we're seeing a good chance of that SPY to break through that 49.50 today, and things look all right. We've also got the RBA meeting today too, so could see a little bit of movement there on interest rates, so quite fun. Anyway, let's have a quick look at what's happening, what's moved the markets over the last 24 hours. Remember, the US was not on holidays, so they don't have an Easter Monday, so the market behaved quite nicely there. So let's have a quick look. Just a little bit of a quick look to see what's happened there. And there we go, that's the one we want. Okay, that's more on the, let's go back to the home page there. Where we go, let's go back to the home, there we go. Okay, the Dow, as we know, the Dow was up 46 points at 10,973. The S&P was up 9. NASDAQ was up 26, quite strong. A good little move there. Major news, oil. Oil surges to its highest level in 17 months. And that's obviously as we saw that jobs data, which was a little bit better than expected. So that's quite positive indeed. Apart from that, stocks and commodities all rise. So it's been all about jobs at the moment, and that's why we've seen some solid demands for some of the primary inputs, and some of them bring through some pretty important levels. Also, we've seen gold also have a very strong move. The other bit of news we had too was US service industry grew at the fastest pace since May 2006. As you can see, a little bit more positive across the board, quite optimistic, and I think we'll see our market actually trade a little bit higher as well today, so it'll open up quite strong. Anyway, let's have a look at some of the closes. Just to give you a bit of an idea of where we are as we look at dollar index, US dollar stuck in the range at the moment, and really just it is in a bit of a range. Expectations are really sideways. Probably would not expect to see it up a little bit higher, the US dollar. But when you look at that Aussie, the Aussie does look quite firm at 92.11, and over the weekend it's just been behaving, and then you can see it there. It does look as though she does want to try and take it a little bit higher. So anyway, let's see what happens. Obviously, a break through that 82.30 cents at higher. We are long in terms of our trades there, so quite happy to trade with it. Okay, so that's the Aussie. Euro pretty much in its range. If anything there, Euro has been a little bit softer, just a little bit softer, but stuck in their range due to the Easter break. Let's have a look at some of these commodities, because they're the movers and shakers. Just having a quick look at that crude oil. Finally, it's broken out through that 83.50, and just look at that trend. It's been relentless just over the last couple of days. When it did, it finally broke, traded sideways, and up she went, 82, 83, 84, and just pretty much all over the break. And it is purely on the back of what's happening with that jobs data, but as you can see, that's a very, very strong move, and really didn't get enough chance for a lot of people actually to get on, and that's where sort of those breakout trades do in fact work. Look at that little triangle there, something we have talked about before, and that's an ascending wedge, and up she went. Also have a look at copper. Copper's also moved higher there, and as you can see, looking quite strong there. Broke out of that ascending wedge, which we're on. Finally broken that, and we've been quite positive about that. And as you know, we have been long copper for some time, and that's been good. Also, we've been long gold, and gold finally had that little move outside that level. Not as strong, but if anything, I think gold's got a little bit more on the top side to go. We are long already, and probably look, depending on what the chart looks like, actually look to get back in again and look to go long again. We'll let you know on Twitter as to what happens on there. So quite positive in terms of some of these commodities. Very strong moves across the board. There's the local market. There's the local market at the moment. Looks like it's going to challenge and break through, and let's see it break through that 49.50. That is something we really want to see. It's been trying to do that for a while, and as you can see by the hourly chart, the daily chart, sorry, there it is. Let's see it. Let's look for it to break through that area. That's what we want to see, and we want to see it up through that 5,000 pretty quickly. If it can't get through, then we're just we're just going sideways. But given what's happened with those primary inputs, I like the looks of it to actually trade through those levels. Okay, let's have a look at some of the other soft market. That's the SPY there. We've done the Aussie. We've done some of the primary inputs. Some of the softs now. Just have a quick look at wheat. and then we'll go through what's out. There's wheat still on its low. We're trying to find a low here. That's the daily chart. It's got to be around here somewhere. We just got to wait and see. But so far, it's not that positive form of investment, certainly going into the wheat market, and for that matter, looking at the corn market as well. So still quite depressed on those fronts. Okay, in terms of economics, what do we have that's coming out of any note? ANZ job ads, ANZ commodity prices, RBA cash this morning. Market is expecting 4.25%. Let's see what happens there. We've got some data out of Japan. A lot of data out of the US. A lot of energy data. Minutes from the FOMC meeting, which will be quite important, and of course the ABC consumer confidence number. So basically, there is quite a lot to get our teeth into over the next 24 hours. We're still long gold, we're still long the Aussie, we're still long copper. We've got a position in sugar which is not showing too well for us, not going too well for us, but we're also looking to add to our position in gold today. Anyway, let's hear out. That's about it from me today. Have a happy trading, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.